Ever heard of a warrior monk so tough he died standing up? Or a general so brilliant his own brother turned against him out of pure jealousy? This isn't a fantasy epic. It's the incredible true story of Minamoto no Yoshitsune and his loyal retainer, Benkei, Japan's most legendary duo. Their story begins on the Gojo Bridge in Kyoto. Benkei, a giant of a monk, was on a personal quest to collect 1,000 swords from samurai he deemed unworthy. He had already collected 999. For his final prize, he challenged a seemingly small, flute-playing young man gracefully crossing the bridge. But this was no ordinary young man. This was Minamoto no Yoshitsune, a prodigy in swordsmanship trained by the mythical Tengu spirits in the mountains. What Benkei expected to be an easy victory turned into a humbling lesson. Yoshitsune, with his almost supernatural speed and skill, danced around the hulking monk's attacks, effortlessly disarming him. Utterly defeated but completely in awe, Benkei pledged his undying loyalty on the spot. From that day forward, the two were inseparable. Benkei became Yoshitsune's right-hand man, his shield, and his most trusted friend. Yoshitsune's military genius quickly became legendary. As a commander in the Genpei War, a massive civil war that tore Japan apart, he led his clan, the Minamoto, to victory after victory against their rivals, the Taira. His tactics were revolutionary. At the Battle of Ichi-no-Tani, he led a daring cavalry charge down a steep, supposedly impassable cliff, surprising the Taira from behind and securing a decisive win. Later, at the naval battle of Dan-no-Ura, his strategic brilliance completely annihilated the Taira fleet, ending the war and establishing the Minamoto clan as the new rulers of Japan. You'd think Yoshitsune would be celebrated as the nation's greatest hero, right? Well, this is where the story takes a tragic turn. His older brother, Minamoto no Yoritomo, the new shogun, grew intensely jealous and paranoid of Yoshitsune's fame and talent. He saw his own brother not as a hero, but as a threat to his power. Yoritomo declared Yoshitsune an outlaw and sent armies to hunt him down. Forced to become fugitives, Yoshitsune and Benkei, along with a small band of loyal followers, were constantly on the run. They faced ambushes, betrayals, and incredible hardships. One famous tale tells of them trying to pass a guarded checkpoint. Benkei disguised himself and Yoshitsune as traveling monks collecting donations for a temple. When the guards became suspicious, Benkei, thinking fast, pretended to beat Yoshitsune with his staff for being slow, a shocking act that convinced the guards no retainer would dare strike his master. The ruse worked, and they escaped, with Benkei later begging for Yoshitsune's forgiveness in tears, but their luck eventually ran out. They were finally cornered at the castle of Koromogawa. With only a handful of warriors left against an entire army, the end was near. While Yoshitsune prepared to take his own life in the honorable samurai tradition, Benkei made his last stand. He planted himself on the bridge leading to the castle, determined to hold off the enemy long enough for his master to have a peaceful end. What happened next is the stuff of legend. Benkei fought like a demon, his massive naginata, a polearm with a curved blade, felling soldier after soldier. He was riddled with arrows, but he refused to fall. The enemy soldiers, terrified of this giant warrior who seemed immune to death, hesitated to approach him. After a long, eerie silence, they cautiously advanced, only to find that Benkei was already dead. He had died on his feet, standing guard, a final defiant act of loyalty. He became known forever as the monk who died standing. The story of Yoshitsune and Benkei is a cornerstone of Japanese culture. It's a timeless tale of incredible skill, unwavering loyalty, tragic betrayal, and the deep, unbreakable bond between two of history's most compelling figures. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into samurai history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more epic stories. See you next time.